Hey guys, I have to talk quiet. All my kids are sleeping. Um, for those who don't know me, I'm in the process of writing a book, and I wanted to share something with you tonight. I'm going to read you the intro of my book. I'm reading it straight from the computer screen, so bear with me. I'm not going to look directly at you, but I really want to share this with you. I think it'll give you a better understanding of who I am and why I'm doing this. Here's the intro. Psalms 127, 3 through 5. Behold, children are a gift of the Lord. The fruit of the womb is a reward. Like the arrows in the hand of a warrior, so are the children of one's youth. How blessed is the man whose quiver is full of them. They will not be ashamed when they speak in their enemies in the gate. The Bible tells us that children are a gift from the Lord. Blessed be the man whose quiver is full of them. The Bible also gives several examples of women who could not conceive and who prayed for children. Some of these examples are found in the book of Genesis. This shows us that from the very beginning, women have had issues with infertility. If it has been an issue since the very beginning, why is this such a taboo topic? Why is discussing infertility, miscarriage, failed adoptions, and failed pregnancies not happening? I can answer that question. It's because it's painful, it's personal, it's embarrassing, and it's a form of weakness for a Christian to question God's plan for them. Let's look at the first account we read in the Bible where this is discussed. It's found in Genesis 16. It's the story of Sarah. Now, in my book, I topped up Genesis 16. So, for the sake of time, I'm not going to read it quoted. Okay. Sarah wanted to have a child so desperately that she used her maid as a surrogate. We also see that Sarah realized that it was not the right thing to do. She became very angry to see Hagar conceive a son. Infertility is such a difficult thing to live with. We are supposed to be happy and celebrate with those around us who become pregnant. However, this is very difficult to do when you're personally struggling to conceive. I believe that that's what Sarah's feeling here. Can you imagine her maidservant is not just pregnant because Sarah arranged her to be pregnant by her husband. I believe that Sarah was so focused on having a child, she didn't even consider how she'd feel once the servant carried and bore this child. Later we read that Sarah will be able to have a child of her own. And let's see her reaction to this news. I'm going to actually read this. This is Genesis 18. Then they said to him, "Where is Sarah your wife?" And he said, "There in the tent." He said, "I will surely return to you this time next year, and behold, Sarah your wife will have a son." And Sarah was listening at the tent door, which she was behind. Now Sarah and Abraham were old, advanced in age. Sarah was past childbearing. Sarah laughed to herself, saying, "After I have become old, shall I have pleasure, my Lord, also?" And the Lord said to Abraham, "Why did Sarah laugh, saying, Shall I indeed bear a child when I am so old? Is anything too difficult for the Lord? At the appointed time I will return to you, and at this next year, and Sarah will have a son." Sarah denied it, however, saying, "I did not laugh," for she was afraid. And he said, "No, but you did laugh." And again, that was Genesis 18, 9 through 15. Sarah laughed. She was an old woman here, and she accepted that she would not have children of her own. Look at the Lord's response to her laughter. Is anything too difficult for the Lord? How powerful is that statement? That alone should give us hope. God, of course, follows through, and Sarah gives birth to a son. In Genesis 21, we read, "Then the Lord took note of Sarah as he had said, and the Lord did for Sarah as he had promised. So Sarah conceived and bore a son to Abraham in his old age. And at the appointed time of which God had spoken to him, Abraham called the name of his son, whom Sarah bore him, Isaac." There are many more examples of this in the Bible that I want to share later with you. I think that God included these things in the Bible for us to learn from and us to find hope in, with women struggling and praying and crying, and they didn't lose their faith in God. I believe these examples are also here to show us that we are not alone in these struggles. Women of those times struggled just as we struggle today with these same issues. According to the CDC website, women who can get pregnant but who are unable to stay pregnant may also be infertile. About 10% of women, that is 6.1 million people in the United States between 15 and 44, have difficulty getting pregnant or staying pregnant. 6 million women have these struggles. Women have had these struggles since the very beginning, and it's still so taboo. I have a story I want to share with you. In this story, there are happy moments and sad moments, and moments of absolute faith. I'm going to stop reading because I don't want to get into that right now, but my story includes failed adoption. I've had a miscarriage. We've adopted 3 wonderful children, and we've had 2 of our own that we were not supposed to have children. So my story, there's a lot involved. All of this has happened over the last 5 years. We currently have 5 littles, all under 5, all very close together. I just wanted to share a little bit with you. I'm doing this just to raise awareness. Miscarriage is such a concept that no one talks about, and there are so many women that struggle with it. That's why I'm here. That's why I want to do this. That's why I'm so passionate about it. We also do, we practice attachment parenting, which I want to talk to a lot more about in my vlogs, just to help parents that are struggling with kiddos with special needs or that they've adopted. That's true and dear to our heart. It's how to parent these littles that have attachment disorders and sensory and processing disorders. So I'll talk more about that also. I feel like I'm rambling, so I'm going to go. I hope you enjoyed it. That was the intro to the book I'm writing.